Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. A warrant was issued by state police for a Bloomsburg teen who they say raped a 15-year-old girl. According to PSP, troopers received a report of an alleged rape on July 25th of 2021 in Mount Pleasant Township. They said through an investigation it was discovered that 18-year-old Logan Webb forced the underage girl to have sex with him. Yesterday, November 1st, state police placed charges against Webb for rape, sexual assault, corruption of minors, and harassment. A warrant has been issued for Webb's arrest. A pharmacy in Hazleton has agreed to pay the United States $210,000 for record-keeping violations of the Controlled Substance Act. According to the U.S. Attorney for the Middle District, a DEA inspection revealed that Washco's pharmacy between August of 2019 and 2021 failed to keep complete, timely, and accurate inventories regarding the receipt and dispensing of controlled substances. It's alleged thousands of dollars of those controlled substances went unaccounted for. They included oxycodone, amphetamine salts, and others. The pharmacy cooperated with the investigation and has since been sold, and there is a new pharmacist in charge. The process of reviewing and grading American Rescue Plan Act funding will soon begin in Luzerne County. At the Luzerne County Council meeting last night, members set the guidelines. Members of Booth Management Consulting have been reviewing applications which have been received, and they expect to be wrapping up that process soon. Out of the $112.9 million the county received in American Rescue Plan Act funding, they have $94 million left to distribute. The requests, however, exceed that amount. Geisinger, once again, making better health easier, hosting the final Super Saturday Flu Vaccine Events of the Year. Simply drive up to one of 22 locations and receive a shot without leaving your vehicle, and no appointment is needed. At locations without drive-in, walk-in shots are available. All Super Saturday events run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Super Saturday for November 5th, this Saturday, includes Geisinger-Berwick, Dallas, Kingston, Mountaintop, Mount Pocono, Pittston, Pottsville, and Tunkhannock. Pennsylvanians who qualify for the property tax rent rebate program are reminded to apply by December 31st to receive their annual rebate plus a one-time bonus rebate. This year, older Pennsylvanians and Pennsylvanians with disabilities who qualify for a rebate or rent or property taxes paid in 2021 will be receiving more money than usual this year. On top of the annual rebate, recipients will also receive a one-time bonus rebate equal to 70% of their original rebate amount. If you already filed an application in 2021, you do not need to take any further action. Eligible claimants who have not yet filed an application are encouraged to do so. Eligible Pennsylvanians can do this online by visiting mypath.pa.gov. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court unanimously ruled yesterday to order counties to refrain from counting undated or incorrectly dated mail-in ballots and absentee ballots. They directed county election boards that those ballots should be segregated and retained. The Department of State now says they are reviewing that order and say it does underscore the importance of voters to carefully follow all instructions on their mail ballot and double-check it before returning it. Any voter who has already sent in their ballot and is concerned that they might have made an error should check with their county elections board or call the Department of State's year-round voter hotline, 1-877-VOTES PA. And speaking of the election, if you have your mail-in ballot correctly dated, it's strongly suggested that you return it in as soon as possible if you haven't done so already. And our Rebecca Martini has that story.
There is only 1 week left until the November 8th election, and Acting Secretary of State Lee M. Chapman is stressing the importance of returning mail-in ballots as soon as possible.
While we celebrate the 65% return rate for mail-in and absentee ballots so far, it's important to recognize that more than 500,000 voters still have their mail ballots in hand, and that county election offices must receive those ballots by 8 p.m. on November 8th, Election Day. To those voters who have not yet returned their ballot, I say, hand deliver your mail ballot now to your county election office or authorized drop-off location to be certain your vote will be counted. Do not wait until the last minute.
Voters can find the addresses of any county offices or drop-off boxes on vote.pa.gov.
Under Pennsylvania law, voters may return only their own ballot. There are only 2 exceptions for this. 1, voters with a disability may designate someone in writing to deliver their ballot for them. And 2, voters who apply for an emergency absentee ballot because they have an unexpected illness, disability, or last-minute absence from their municipality on Election Day may designate someone else to return their ballot for them. Emergency absentee ballots become available after 5 o'clock tonight.
The good news is information regarding voting, mail-in ballots, and counting is only a click away.
The best places for voters to turn to for trusted information are their county election offices' websites and the Department of State's voter information website, which is vote.pa.gov. The information on these sites comes directly from local and state election officials. Voters, remember, your vote is your voice. Let it be heard on Election Day.
Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Rebecca Martini.
And coming up on WYLN News, how local Rotarians are helping Ukraine. Plus, Coach Bookman speaks about last week's game against Berwick. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
In the forecast and a little bit of sunny, but we hope it's going to be more better. So bye. Sign off for the weather.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns. Join myself and head football coach at Hazleton Area, Dennis Bookman, for Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton Area High School football. We'll go over the past week's game with highlights, look ahead to a future opponent, and have a special guest from the Cougar football program, just like senior quarterback Tyler Wolf. Tyler, what do you have to say to send us out?
Go Cougars.
Sports Talk every week here on WYLN, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazelton.
Rotarians from 5 local Rotary districts combined to send $125,000 in disaster relief funds to Ukraine. This grant will be administered in partnership with Rotarians in Kyiv, the Ukrainian capital. It provides humanitarian assistance to the medical shelter by supplying beds, mattresses, blankets, linens, pillows, and other necessary items. The application process has included a district here in northeastern Pennsylvania, 3 New Jersey districts, and 1 in southern New York State. If you wish to know more or contribute to these efforts, you can contact Hazelton Rotary Club President Lisa Marie Halecki at hazeltonrotarylmh22@yahoo.com. Planning on making a reservation for a state forest campsite this season? Now you can do it online. Almost, anyway. Officials with the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources say beginning tomorrow, the registration system will be moving to a more user-friendly, modernized version. Now, camping reservations must be made by going to a state forest district office and requesting a permit. With the increase in requests, officials say this new process will streamline everything. Reservations can be made up to 11 months in advance. Nightly fees are $10 for residents and a $6.50 transaction fee. For more information, visit the DCNR website at dcnr.state.pa.us. WYLN's all-time OT hero Marty Burns has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off season across our viewing area. Ready? Let's talk sports.
But one of the things we saw, and one of your players came up to me after the game, and I said I would protect his identity, but the senior class president wanted you to comment on Ryan Mathias's arm strength, that the one pass downfield, that he made it that if Connor Shamani wasn't getting it, nobody was.
Absolutely. I mean, you talk about preparation, and you talk about 2 guys in Ryan Mathias and Matthew Bookman who came in. There were still over 9 minutes left in the third quarter of a 14-0 game. This wasn't a game that was a 30-point game at the time or whatever the case may be. So for Ryan to come in the maturity he had and be able to work a vertical route and be able to throw it where only his player can make a play or nobody, and then for Matthew Bookman to close out the game, so to speak, and be able to take control of the offense, and for guys to believe in him. You know, it's one thing to work these things, and we have plan A, B, C, D, and so on, but then for everybody to buy into that, and then the belief that each of our players have with every play that's called, believing that we're going to score and get positive yards, and that buy-in, you saw that selflessness there. So tremendous job by our president, and certainly a tremendous job by Matthew Bookman. Those backs, those guys up front took control of the game in the second half. It's a testament to our culture and the guys that are in our program.
Now, you got to do some scouting over the weekend, and we'll talk about Bethlehem Freedom at the end of tonight's show. But before you get ready for playoffs, and, you know, depending who you have and who you don't have, there may not be a lot of believers, but as we've seen in baseball with the Phillies, all you have to do is just get in the tournament, and I think that's a great thing for your team.
Absolutely. I mean, first of all, we had the conversation today. We're an 8-2 football team. We're winning 80% of our games this year. We're winning 70+% of our games in the last 3 years. We have a conference division title last year. We're in position to win a district title this year. And we're going on the road against a good football team, but we're bringing a good football team as well. Right. And the guys that we do have are going to be guys who want to play, who are invested in this program, and who have put a lot into this. This isn't just something that we've been working towards this year. This is something that has been continuous process throughout the last 3 years.
Coming up on Ashland's News Choice, we talk about the upcoming American Cancer Society telethon on Community and You, plus Leading the Way with Allie McKittrick, Part 3. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on Wyln TV.
Memberships are available at the Valley Country Club in Sugarloaf. The new upgrades will leave you with a distinctive and unique experience unlike any other venue in Northeast PA. Call Frank Gradis 570-233-5328. Email vccpro@thevalleycountryclub.com.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results. So elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Hi everybody, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, it's a special show. Donnie Stefanisco from McAdoo, this is his third time on the show. But he was on the floor, couldn't move, and he sent me 50 patients once I got him better. What a great story. Make sure you tune in.
Welcome to Community and You, and we are getting ready for the American Cancer Society telethon. It's already been a year. How is that possible? How is that possible? Pat, you're the lady who's in charge of getting the word out. You look right in there and tell everybody when and where it is.
The telethon is on Sunday, November 13th, and this year we have a new location. It's the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts on Broad Street in Hazleton. We're really looking forward to that. And it's going to be on 12 to 11 p.m., and we hope you're all going to watch.
All right. Well, now we're going to find out from Jane, because you've been around for this how long?
30 plus years.
Oh, 30 plus years. You've seen a lot of changes in 30 plus years.
A lot of changes, but a lot stays the same as well. The dedication of our community is what strikes me the most. And as co-chair, I've been trying to make some contacts for sponsors in the last few days. And I'm just amazed at the sponsors who come through every year. And as soon as I say who I am, oh yes, the telethon's coming. And we'll gladly make the same donation that we made last year.
And of course, there's also been many strides in cancer. And Pat, that's one of the reasons why you like to get the word out, because it's not just breast cancer, but there's so many other cancers that benefit from this as well.
That's right. We have to remember there are many kinds of cancer, and we're really looking for research to help everyone and have a cure for all kinds of cancer. That's what we want to see happen. Cancer gone.
That sounds like I think that would make a great bumper sticker. And Jane, when we're talking about that, one of the things that you've always done with the telethon is bring the survivors in.
Oh, yes. Every hour, so that'll be from noon until 11 p.m., we will have at least one survivor telling their story on the telethon. And it's so important. It might find someone out there who's going through the same thing right now that they might be able to encourage. And they talk about the success stories that we have, and as well as the challenges that they face.
And when we're talking about that whole aspect of it, it's not just that. Now, you're going to be at a theater. So does that mean that you're going to be singing this year?
No, I don't have time.
So what are we going to have? Because I know that there's going to be all kinds of entertainment, right?
Yes, we have a lot of entertainment, and we're very fortunate to have the theater where we will be all in one place this year. So our phones and our entertainment and tricky trays will all be in the same place. Pat's going to tell you a little bit about some of the special things that are going on.
Well, all right. You got the introduction. It's all yours.
Okay, glad to do that. We have our Fashion for a Cure, and that's put on by Sherry O'Donnell. I don't know exact time for that yet, but that's where we have everyone, young people, older people, and they come on with a fashion that they choose. Every year it's kind of a different theme. And usually they do it in honor or in memory of either someone in their family or a friend or someone they know who's had to deal with cancer. So that's always fun. I love to watch the kids because they're really proud to be up there doing their modeling. And also we're very fortunate that once again we have Antonio's Jewelry and Repairs, and Tony Chrisman and Rob have last year donated a beautiful necklace to us, and we put pledge drawing on this. You have to pledge $100 or more. You're allowed one pledge per person, and then towards the end of the telethon, all the pledges are put into a goldfish bowl, and we select one winner. Last year, Tony hasn't told me yet. She said, I have something special this year. It hasn't come in yet, so I don't know what it is. So watch your Facebook, watch our website, watch the newspaper, and you'll see what it is. Last year, she donated a necklace worth $800, and so we're just looking forward. We know it's going to be great.
Wow. Well, that just sounds, and I bet you that she's not telling us everything she knows yet. That's probably just the tip of the iceberg, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to have you ladies come back because we're getting into so much information here. I'm just afraid that we're not going to get it all. So if it's okay with you, and if it's okay with you, because you'll have to tune in again, we'll get more information about the American Cancer Society telethon that's coming up. And I think you can even see it here on WYLN. I heard that too. We'll have more on that on the next Community and You.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Struggling to get a good night's sleep? Then look no further. Grand Central is here to help. Grand Central Sealy experts will set you straight. When you buy your mattress at Grand Central, you can expect free delivery and setup, free removal of the old unit, and interest-free financing for up to 60 months. And of course, Grand Central's everyday low prices. Grand Central in Hazleton, helping you make your house a home.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Allie McKittrick, Hazelton Parks and Recs Director, is leading the way into part 3 of this week's series. Welcome to Leading the Way. This week we're spending it with Allie McKittrick. She is the Director of Parks and Recreation for the City of Hazelton. What a journey! All of my favorite places: Arizona, heat; Orlando, heat and humidity. And here she is, cold, snow, Northeast Pennsylvania. Now, yesterday we left it where you have been here, I can't believe 17 years. Yeah. That you've had a 4-year-old and he's 21.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to know what you're using for. Wow. Great. Stunning lady. So here you are, Northeast Pennsylvania. You're seeing things here that you didn't see in Florida and in Arizona.
It's
like
true.
What? Because I think so many of us take all this for granted.
Oh my gosh. There's actually it's interesting because to me there's almost a combination of both. So Arizona has the mountains, so you'll see this beautiful, landscape, and then Florida has the green. Mm-hmm. So to come up here, and I mean, my favorite time of year here is definitely summer. It feels so. Everything is alive. It's so beautiful. And the really funny thing is that the grass grows here so naturally. I mean, in Arizona, you have to really work for it. Like, you really have to work for it. A lot of people have fake lawns out there. It's just because it doesn't come as naturally, as easily as it does here. Also, all the exotic flowers, when I first saw a tiger lily just growing up out of the soil. I thought that only happened in like the Netherlands or something. But there's like these beautiful flowers here, daffodils and those type of flowers. I didn't see those growing up. So it's really, it feels very exotic to me.
Wow. See, now I think that's great because again, we see those things and we go, another daffodil, another tiger lily, who wants to cut the grass? Do you cut the grass?
My husband does.
So you have a yard.
I've done it once. Yeah. We have a nice yard, and we're surrounded by a lot of trees. We have in an area that we can go for these really long walks, and it's just such a beautiful area. It really revives me and livens me.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, where are all the other kids?
So you mean my
Your kids? Yeah.
So our oldest he moved to North Carolina, and he's about half hour from my brother. And then my daughter actually just went off to college. So she's near Erie, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
So it's kind of a empty nester right now, which gives me more time for Parks and Rec.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you said that because now we still have to find out how she got to doing that here in Hazelton. So join us tomorrow on Leading the Way. And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next right here on WYLN TV.